today we're doing quadratic application, same thing we did yesterday, but today what does it say? No calculator. Okay, so phones should be put away. I will take them if I see them. Where are they? On the desk. Okay. Sorry. Number one, the function h of x equals negative 2x squared minus 6x plus 56 represents the approximate height of an object x seconds after its launch. How many seconds does it take for the object to hit the ground? What should I circle? Hit the ground, good. Please circle that. Hit the ground is important. That's what it's asking for. And you have this function. If this is on the calculator active section, which we did yesterday, then you would put it in Desmos, right? That'd be very easy. Okay, that'd be very easy. If it's on the no calculator, you have to work this by hand, which we've already learned how to do. When I see something like this, what do I do first? Very good. Find the GCF. What goes into 2, 6, and 56? Good. I heard somebody say negative 2. If there's a negative in front, you want to divide by negative 2. So we're dividing all of these by negative 2. Write it down, please. We're dividing all of them by negative 2. So those cancel right there. So I'm left with x squared. Negative 6 divided by negative 2 is positive 3. And then I'm going to do long division over here. 2 into 56. 2 goes into 5 twice, which gives me 4. Subtract 1, drop down your 6. 2 goes into 16, 8. Okay? Is it positive 28 or negative 28? Negative. Okay? So I did my GCF step. X squared plus 3x. Emerson, it's too late. Can't charge it. X squared plus 3x minus 28. That gives me 3. All right, now you can get it up at the box. And so I've got 3 parts. I want to kick out the negative 28. And I want to find things that multiply to give me negative 28. What are some things that multiply to give you negative 28? 7 and negative 4. What else? 14 and negative 2. One of them has to be negative to multiply to give you negative 28. Okay? All right. Now we're going to add these. What's 7 plus negative 4? 3. Is that what I want? Yeah, so I can stop there. I know that's my combination. Don't forget, what do you divide by? 1, right? There's just a 1 right there, so it doesn't change anything. So x plus 7, x minus 4. X plus 7, x minus 4. It's asking for when it hits the ground. If something is on the ground, like if I'm on the ground, how high am I? 0. All right? So I need to set these equal to 0. Hit the ground means they have to be equal to 0. We know that, what does that do to each of them? Flips it. So x is negative 7, x is positive 4. Okay? All right, my last question, will be done with this one. What does it say x stands for? Anybody? X is seconds. X is seconds. So what is my answer? Negative 7 or 4? 4. Why does it have to be 4? Can't have negative seconds. So your answer is 4. Your answer is 4. Okay? All right, number 2, the function h of x equals negative 16t squared plus 32t plus 48 represents the approximate height of a cannonball. T seconds after its launch. How many seconds does it take for the object to hit the ground? What am I circling? Hit the ground. Okay, hit the ground means it's going to be equal to 0. Okay. All right. So this one is no calculator. You got to work it out by hand. What do you check for first? A greatest common factor. The number in front is one of the numbers that most likely is a common factor. Okay, not always, but most likely. Will 16 go into 32? Okay, I'm going to come over to the side and do 16 plus 16, which gives me 32. So 16 does go into 32. Will it go into 48? So let me add another 16, and what do you get? 48. So 16 goes into all of them. Do I divide by positive 16 or negative? Negative. So you're dividing by negative 16. Those cancel. I'm just going to go ahead and write x squared. You can keep it a t if you want. Positive 32 divided by negative 16. Negative 2, good. And then how many times did we say 16 would go into 48? 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's also negative. Okay. All right, we got 3 parts, so we'll kick out the negative 3. What multiplies to give you negative 3? Negative 3 and 1. Does that add to give me negative 2? Yes. Okay. When I write it in parentheses, it's going to be x minus 3, x plus 1. And I need to set this one equal to 0. And why am I doing that again? Because it hits the ground. So x equals 3, x equals negative 1. Which answer do I want? The positive. Again, why am I circling the positive one? Can't have negative seconds. Okay? Can't have negative seconds. Okay? Number 3, what is the horizontal distance between the zeros of x squared minus 4x minus 32? All right. A graph will be helpful. We can't use Desmos, but we can draw our own graph. Does this one open up or down? Good. It opens up. Opens up. What is the horizontal distance between the zeros? What's another word for zeros? X-intercept. Good. X-intercepts is the one I want to use for this problem. So I want to know what is the distance between those 2 points. Okay? I want to know what is the distance between those 2 points. Well, what do I need to know? The points. I need to know where they're at. So I am going to work it out by hand. This one, is there a GCF? No, there's nothing that goes into 1, 4, and 32. So I'm going to kick out the negative 32. What multiplies to give you negative 32? Negative 8 and 4. And that does add to give you negative 4. So I'm going to write x minus 8, x plus 4. Okay. Is zeros one of the words that I set equal to 0? Yes, that's where that word comes from. That's why they call it zeros, because you have to set them equal to 0. So I do the extra step, x equals 8 and x equals negative 4. Do I want both those answers? Yes, good, okay. What is this point right here? Negative 4, very good. Write it down, please. Label it on your graph. That's negative 4. What is this one? 8. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. They want to know the distance from negative 4 to 8. 12, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 4 here, there's 4 blocks here, and there's 8 blocks there. So there's a total of 12. Okay? So the answer is 12. Okay? All right, number 4, the function h of t equals negative 16t squared plus 40t represents the height of a rock t seconds after it's thrown from the riverbank into the Dan River. When does the rock hit the water? What should I circle? Water. All right, if something is hitting the water, how high is it? 0, very good. So hit the water is the same thing as hit the ground. It's going to be equal to 0. All right, right here I've got negative 16t squared and 40t. Step 1 is to check for a common factor. Will 16 go into 40? No, look, we already did our chart up here with 16s and it didn't give us 40. Is there something that will go into 16 and 40? Oh, very good. Negative 8. So I divide them both by negative 8. Oh, and something else. What? T. Very good. Do both of them have a t? Yes. So you're going to divide by t. All right. So negative 16 divided by negative 8 is 2. And I subtract my little numbers, which just gives me t to the first. 40 divided by negative 8 is negative 5, and your t's cancel, okay? All right, there's nothing you can do with that. How many parts does it have? Most of the time, 2 parts means dose, but 2t minus 5 won't split. Because it's 2 a perfect square? It's not. So there's no way to split this. Don't write this down, but look. If you tried to split it, what number do you think you might could put here? This is wrong, by the way, but what are you thinking you might could put?
1.
All right, is 1 times 1 2? But that doesn't work. Dose, remember, what numbers always have to be here? The same numbers. So this one is not dose, okay? This one cannot go any further. You're ready to set it equal to 0, okay? You're ready to set it equal to 0. Another way you know you're ready to set it equal to 0 is how many t's are left? Just 1 t, okay? There's just 1 t left. So I draw my line. What moves to the other side? 5, so I add 5. So I'm left with 2t equals 5. And then I divide by 2, okay? Guys, they will count that right on the exam. They will count that right. Y'all's choice. All right? Those of you not taking notes, you'll stay in here during lunch. You can copy my whole paper. That's your choice. 5/2. What's another answer they would accept if you wanted to? 2.5. Okay? I recommend leaving it like this. Okay? Less work. Sorry, George. All right. Number 5. You've got a company that models its net income in thousands of dollars. They give you the function. X is the number of units the product sold. How many units do they need for it to equal 0? Notice how they've given you lots of different word problems, and in every one, what is it? Equal to 0. They're just trying to confuse you, okay? If it equals 0, you need to solve it, okay? You need to solve it. Check for a GCF. I know 9 goes into 54, but I don't know if 9 goes into 144. So let's check. How many times does 9 go into 14? Once. 14 minus 9? 5. Will 9 go into 54? 6. So it does work. Okay? So what should I divide them all by? 9. Okay? Divide them all by 9. X squared minus 9 goes into 54? 6. And we just said 9 goes into 144? 16. Okay? All right. How many parts do we have? 3. So I kick out the negative 16. What are some things that multiply to give me negative 16? Yep. All right, so y'all are already finding the winning combination, saving us some work. X minus 8, X plus 2. Okay. Do I set those equal to 0? Yes, because it said, when is the profit going to equal 0? So you get X equals 8, X equals negative 2. Which one do I want?
8.
Why does this one have to be positive? All right, you can have negative money, but what does it say X is? X isn't money. X is the number of products. Can you have negative products? No. Okay. All right. Number 6. You've got a function. It represents the motion of a kangaroo. Oh, that's fun. As it's jumping across the Australian desert. On average, how long is the kangaroo airborne on each jump? Okay. Is the watch my pen. Who should I throw it at? Andre? If you watch my pen, is how long it's in the air the same question as how long it is until it hits the ground? Yes, it's the same question, okay? So how long is it airborne is the same as how long until it hits the ground, okay? So this is another way of them asking when it's going to be equal to 0, okay? All right, what goes into both of these? Negative 10. Oh, very good. And an X for both of them. Okay? Emerson, that pencil not working? No. Okay. All right, good. All right, so your negative 10s cancel. What do you do with your exponents? Subtract. So it's x squared. 40 divided by negative 10. Negative 4. And those x's cancel. Okay? All right, are you ready to set that one equal to 0?
Yes.
This one is a dose one. Okay, this one is a dose. This one will split. And one way I know that is because I still have x squared. So how does x squared split? X and x. Okay, how does 4 split? Minus 2 and plus 2. Okay. All right, so I get x equals 2, x equals negative 2. And I want the positive one. What does x stand for on this one? Seconds, yeah. Okay. Questions? All right, number 7. What is the value of the positive 0 of the function f of x equals x squared minus 21? All right, what's a keyword I should circle? Positive 0. All right, positive 0. That means I'm going to be setting it equal to 0 at some point. First, I have to do the first step. X squared minus 121. Very good. It's a dose one. It's got 2 parts. Guys, if this part is confusing you, mark it out. Okay, there's 2 parts. X squared minus 121. X and X. And I know 121. What is it? 11 and 11. Guys, anytime it's a dose problem, these numbers have to be the same. Those have to be the same. Does 11 times 11 give you 121? Yep. Yes. Okay. All right, so I get x equals negative 11, x equals positive 11. And what answer do you want? 11. You want the positive one? Because it said it, right? What if it was said, what is the negative 0? It'd be negative 11. Okay. All right, number 8, you've got Cy. He's a goalie on the soccer team. You got a kick. Shows the height of the ball after a period of 2 seconds. What is the maximum height in feet that the ball reached? What is my key word? Maximum. Circle it. Keyword is maximum. Okay. And the maximum is where on the graph? Very good. It's at the top. It's the vertex. Okay. The question said, what is the maximum height? Okay, what is the maximum height? Is the answer 1? No. What is the maximum height? 16. Okay, 16. All right, what is the value of the smaller 0 of the function 2x squared minus 8x minus 24? Okay, my keywords are smaller 0. Anytime I see 0, I'm going to set it equal to 0. Okay, and then I'm going to work it out by hand since I can't use Desmos on this problem. 2x squared minus 8x minus 24. What do you check for first? Common factor. What goes into 2, 8, and 24? 2. Okay. Go ahead and do the next couple steps on your own. All right, I see most of you have gotten to here, x minus 6, x plus 2, and x equals 6, x equals negative 2. Which one do you circle? Negative 2. You circle negative 2. Why am I circling the negative 2? So the smaller 0. So the smaller 0. Okay. All right, a ball is thrown in the air. The graph shows the height of the ball in feet with respect to time in seconds. Which of the following statements is true? The ball is in the air for 8 seconds. That's true. Okay. The ball is at the same height at 3 seconds and 5 seconds. So here's 3 seconds, here's 5 seconds. How high is it at 3? 40 something, right? 40 something. What about at 5? 40 something. Is it at the same height? Yeah, that's true. Okay. The ball reaches a maximum height of 40 feet. That's false. How high does it go? Yep, 45. And it was asking for the one that is not true. Okay. All right, number 11, last one. What is the vertex of the function f of x equals 2x squared plus 12x plus 9? What's the key word? Vertex. Okay. Vertex is your max or your min. And hopefully you would be able to use Desmos, but if not, the vertex has a formula, negative b over 2a. So write that down. The vertex has a formula, negative b over 2a. And I hope you don't have to use it. On my test, I'm not going to have one that's no calculator like this, but you never know if they will in the EOC. So I know some of y'all are really trying to make a really good grade, so you would have to know this. Some of y'all are just trying to pass. All right. This is your A, B, and C. So what is my B value? What's my B value right here on this? What's my B value? 12. Okay, and you have to make it negative 12. Okay, so your B value is 12. You make it negative 12. Then you do 2 times A. What's your A value? 2. What's 2 times 2? 4. Okay. Nope, don't square it. You are not going to use the x squared and the x at all right now. What's negative 12 divided by 4? Negative 3. Okay. That is the x value for the vertex. Because the vertex is a point. That gives you your x value. Once you have your x, any idea how you can find the y? Plug it in. Very good. Again, I'm not going to make you do this on the test, but you never know what the EOC will have. So if you plug it back in, what is negative 3 squared? Negative 3 squared. 9. You have to do exponents first. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So what's 9 times 2? 18. 12 times negative 3? And then plus 9. All right. 18 plus 9 is 26. No, sorry. 27. What? You square this and get 9. And then 9 times 2 is 18. 18 plus 9 is 27, right? And 27 minus 36 is negative 9. So the answer is negative 3, negative 9. Yep, it's a point because it's asking for the vertex. Okay, negative 3, negative 9.